Spring is here, and if you're a horse owner, you know exactly what that means. Hair. Hair everywhere. On your clothes, in your car, probably in your coffee. When you still think that shedding happens because of warmer temperatures, I have to disappoint you. The real trigger for your horse's coat change has nothing to do with warmth. It's all about daylight. And understanding this one fact will most likely change how you support your horse through this exhausting process. In this video, I'm breaking down everything you need to know about shedding season, what actually triggers it, how to support your horse nutritionally weeks before it even starts, the best tools to speed up the process, and whether you should even be thinking about clipping. Let's dive in. As first, let's start with the science, because this is where a lot of people get it wrong. Your horse's winter coat is this thick, insulating layer that keeps them warm during the cold months. It's dense, it's long, and honestly, it's pretty impressive. But then spring arrives, the days get longer, and suddenly your horse looks like they're exploding hair everywhere you touch them. So what's actually happening here inside the body of a horse? The trigger is photoperiod. That's the fancy term for the length of daylight your horse is exposed to each day. As the days get longer and your horse's eyes detect more light, this sends a signal to their pineal gland in the brain. This gland controls melatonin production, which then triggers a cascade of hormonal changes that tell your horse's body, hey, it's time to shed this winter coat. And this is why you'll sometimes see horses starting to shed in late February or early March, even when it's still freezing outside. Their body isn't responding to temperature, it's responding to light. Therefore, if you want to understand when your horse will start shedding, don't look at the thermometer. Look at the calendar and the sunrise times. The more daylight hours, the stronger the signal to shed. And the shedding process is incredibly energy intensive for your horse. Think about it this way. Your horse is essentially growing an entirely new coat, while simultaneously shedding the old one. This requires a massive amount of nutrients, energy, and metabolic resources. But a lot of horse owners don't realize this until their horse is already in the thick of shedding season, looking dull and tired. And by then, you're already behind. Therefore, the key to supporting your horse through shedding season is to start preparing their body weeks, even months, before the shedding actually begins. So when should you start? Ideally, you want to begin adjusting your horse's nutrition in late winter, around January or February, depending on where you live. This gives their body the building blocks it needs to grow that new, healthy summer coat efficiently. But what exactly should you be feeding? Let's talk about the nutrients that make the biggest difference during shedding season. First up, protein and amino acids. Your horse's hair is made primarily of a protein called keratin. If your horse doesn't have enough quality protein in their diet, it simply cannot build a healthy new coat. Look for feeds that contain essential amino acids like lysine and methionine. These are the building blocks your horse needs. Next, you need omega-3 fatty acids. These are crucial for skin health and coat shine. You can add ground flaxseed, chia seeds, or a quality omega-3 supplement to your horse's feed. When dosing, basically follow the recommendations on the packaging for your horse's weight, age, conditions, etc. Therefore, if you want that new summer coat to come in glossy and healthy, omega-3s are non-negotiable. Your horse also needs specific vitamins and minerals, particularly biotin, zinc, copper, and vitamin E. Biotin supports hoof and hair growth. Zinc and copper are essential for skin health and pigmentation. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant that supports overall cellular health. Many commercial coat supplements contain these nutrients in balanced ratios, but you can also find them in quality forage and fortified feeds. And here's something most people overlook: hydration. This is at least as important for horses as it is for humans. Your horse needs to be drinking plenty of water to support the metabolic processes involved in shedding and coat growth. Make sure water is always fresh, clean, and accessible. In early spring, when temperatures fluctuate, some horses drink less, so monitor this closely. Let's repeat. The nutritional foundation for a smooth shedding season is quality protein, omega-3s, key vitamins and minerals, and plenty of water. But even with perfect nutrition, your horse is more than happy getting that dead winter coat off their body. Now let's talk about grooming tools, because not all brushes are created equal when it comes to shedding season. You've probably seen the hair flying everywhere when you brush your horse in spring, but are you using the most effective tools? Here are my top recommendations. Shedding blade or loop. This is the classic metal loop with a serrated edge. It's incredibly effective at pulling out loose hair quickly, but you need to use it with a light touch. Don't press too hard, or you'll irritate your horse's skin. Some horses are more sensitive than others. Watch their reactions closely. Use short, firm strokes in the direction of hair growth. Rubber curry comb. This is your best friend during shedding season. The rubber nubs grab loose hair and bring it to the surface. Plus, it feels like a massage for your horse. Use circular motions, working from front to back. You'll see clouds of hair coming off. Grooming mitt or glove. These have rubber nubs on one side and are perfect for sensitive areas like the face and legs where you can't use a shedding blade. Plus, horses usually love the feel of these. My personal favorite for really thick, never-ending coat is the Coat King from Mars. It is a trimming brush, undercoat brush, or undercoat comb for coat changes. It does thinning and combing and trimming in one step. Simultaneously, it does massage and stimulation for blood circulation and hair follicle development. I love it for my Welsh pony, which grows super thick winter coat. But having the right tools is only half the battle. Your technique matters just as much. Groom your horse daily during peak shedding season. Even just 5 to 10 minutes a day makes a huge difference. This not only removes the dead hair faster, but also stimulates blood flow to the skin, which supports healthy new coat growth. Therefore, invest in quality shedding tools and commit to daily grooming sessions. Your horse will shed out faster, and you'll both be happier. But what about clipping? Should you just skip the whole shedding process and clip your horse instead? Probably you find yourself asking, should I just body clip my horse in spring to avoid the shedding mess? And the answer is, as mostly, it depends. Let me break down when clipping makes sense and when it doesn't. Clipping makes sense if your horse is in heavy work during early spring and still has a thick winter coat. They might overheat and sweat excessively during exercise. Excessive sweating means they lose electrolytes, take longer to cool down, and are at risk for chills if they're not dried properly. Therefore, if your horse is competing or training intensely in early spring, a trace clip or blanket clip can help them stay comfortable and recover faster. But the catch is, with clipping, you've removed their natural insulation, so you're now responsible for keeping them warm when temperatures drop. This means you must blanket them appropriately. Consider this carefully. Which solution is most practical for you and your horse? When not to clip. I would not recommend clipping if your horse is in light work or mostly turned out. Then you are not doing your horse any favor with clipping. Let nature do its thing. The shedding process is natural and healthy, and with proper nutrition and grooming, your horse will shed out just fine on their own. Plus, clipping doesn't actually speed up the growth of the summer coat. It just removes the winter coat artificially. The new coat still has to grow in at its own pace, which is determined by those hormonal signals we talked about earlier. Therefore, unless your horse's work level truly demands it, I recommend letting them shed naturally and just supporting the process with good nutrition and grooming. But there's one more thing we need to talk about. What to watch for that might indicate a problem. For most horses, shedding is a normal, healthy process that happens every spring like clockwork. But sometimes, shedding issues can indicate an underlying health problem. Here's what to watch for. If it's late May or June and your horse still has significant amounts of winter coat, this could indicate a hormonal issue. The most common cause is Cushing's disease, PPID, pituitary pars intermedia dysfunction. Horses with Cushing's often have delayed shedding, a long curly coat that doesn't shed properly, and other symptoms like increased drinking and urination, weight loss and lethargy. Therefore, if your horse isn't shedding normally, call your vet for advice. He will likely do a Cushing's test if there are any indications of this. If your horse is shedding unevenly with bald patches or areas of hair loss, this could indicate a skin condition, parasites, or nutritional deficiency. Common culprits include ringworm, lice, or selenium deficiency. In this case, also your vet can diagnose. Serious problems down the line. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Drop a comment. Where are you in the shedding process right now? Is your horse just starting to shed, or are you already swimming in hair? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy grooming!